And it's tea time again. Yes, it's tea time again with Brian. By the way, there's two different things on YouTube and things that I'm recording. One runs under Tea with Brian. Sometimes it's Tea Time with Brian, etc., etc. This is the way they take it. Anyway, you can Google both of them. Both of them are interesting and the same in a way, but how you connect with them, how you connect with me, that is of course important. So cheers to tea time. And this is part 2, which is concerned a lot with what people call AI, artificial intelligence, which I now call QI, which is quantum intelligence, and AQ, which is artificial quantum intelligence, AQI. Why? Because we are finding out rapidly, so quickly, we're finding out so quickly that AI is moving and the quantum field is expanding in such a rapid way that it's important to discuss this and talk about it as soon as we can. Now, in our schooling, in our school systems, we were told that we're separate, that basically Newtonian physics 300 years ago explained everything in science and to the world, and also that in archaeology, geology, and other things, we are basically 5,000 years, civilization started 5,000 years ago. Now that just isn't true. Our schooling systems are telling us lies. They're telling us lies because the teachers don't know this. They never were taught this themselves. And what we're finding out now over the last 10 years, we've found out through quantum entanglement that the Big Bang theory is sort of dubious, and this idea of space. Space is empty. That's what they told us in science classes, etc., etc. So basically, there's very little stuff out there. Well, that just isn't true. Our neurons, and we've done experiments with this in Switzerland with the particle accelerators, where they shoot neurons around a magnetic track which goes round and round and round and they collide the neurons with each other at double the speed of light. We found out that both neurons are connected when they're far apart. They're still absolutely connected. What happens, the quality of the neuron on one side remains the same as the quality of the neuron on the other side of the track, which means we're all connected continuously. We are connected, all of us, inseparable. We're inseparable. We are through entanglement. We are connected, all of us, all the time. I know this sounds very strange to us now because we were taught that space is empty. Well, it's not. There are millions of worlds and frequencies and realities out there, and they're not visible for us in our fourth dimension, in our third dimension, in our body, but they're certainly frequential. They are definitely assimilated in frequencies. We are not separate. We're all connected. This whole thing is one big connection. And space is not empty. And what we were told in our science classes at school was, put it in good old English, a load of rubbish. Yes, it was. And unfortunately, for the teachers who had to force themselves into certain curriculums, follow the curriculum, otherwise you get fired. So we got the wrong teachers anyway. And now there are so many different ways that we are able to get information. And the most incredible thing for me today was reading an article in LinkedIn that AI programmers are not needed anymore because AI can program itself. So we don't need to study anymore at universities how to develop software. The software developers are out. They're not needed anymore. AI will carry on doing itself. It's not needed anymore. What's important is that we remain connected and that we remain connected over our soul connections. Because our soul is the important part here. Our souls are all connected. Bodily, it doesn't matter if we're connected or not, but our souls are all connected. And that means that I can do something here, and somebody in Australia, I can connect with somebody in Australia just by sending my neurons, my epigenes, over to, it's a form of telepathy anyway now. That we can connect with each other in a completely different way. It's not needed anymore to connect like we are connecting right now. These type of connections that we're into right now are just not needed anymore. So, AI jobs, we don't need anymore. Yeah. The idea here is what we have and what we do in these wonderful bodies. Our bodies, written by Greg Braden, by the way, Pure Human, which is a book that I can recommend, Pure Human, is staying human, concentrating on our humanness, because that is not replaceable, because it has a soul, and the soul is not replaceable by some sort of AI programs that they're running out there, and don't let them